Hello and welcome back to my channel, but if you're new here, my name is Brittany. Make sure to subscribe to see all things vlogging, travel, lifestyle, etc. from me. Anyway, today is Friday. It's Friday evening, actually. It's 6:30, and in the words of Rihanna, it's the freaking weekend. And thank God it is. I feel like these weeks in winter are just so long. Every day, I mean, the days are short, but the weeks are long, if that makes sense. I actually do have plans in a little bit. So as you can see, I have my hair in these rollers. I've only done this one time ever in my life, so I'm not really sure what provoked me to try it again right now. I actually did a YouTube video of myself trying to do Velcro rollers. Okay, Rumi's barking because she wants me to pay attention to her and take her out, which I will momentarily. But I mean, if you've watched any of my videos before, for the most part, my hair is pretty much always curly and coily, but I straightened it, or I blew it out the last time I washed my hair just because it's been so cold, or it's been so dry that I feel like my curls were like Brillo pads. So I blew it out, and I thought I would try to put some like a blowout type of weight curl in my hair. So we'll see if I accomplish that. Okay, so tonight I'm going to dinner at Indienne. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it is a Michelin-star restaurant downtown. Yeah, it's downtown, in the Loop. I'm going with a supper club that I'm technically a part of. I mean, by a part of, I mean it's literally a Facebook, a group chat from a Facebook group that I'm in, like a meetup group. And they've only done, I think this is only the second. Yeah, this is the second dinner. I couldn't make the first one. So I'm really excited. It'll be really fun. And we're doing a tasting menu. So it's 7 courses. And then I also added on the wine pairing because why not? I mean, it's pretty expensive. I think the tasting menu is $125 or something like that. And then the wine tasting was another $70. But I was when in Rome, let's do it. And I've actually been really good about spending money this past month. And I've barely spent any money on eating out. I have not ordered takeout at all during the week, which is not usually like me. Okay, now there's dogs barking out the hallway too. So my goal is to leave in the next 35 minutes. 35 minutes. 45 minutes actually. We'll see if I can get that done. This is why do I always do this to myself? Because I need to finish doing my makeup, and then I need to take Rumi out. It's been raining, so she hasn't been out, I feel in a little while. And I need to take her out before I leave. I also need to get dressed. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I have mentally an outfit picked out. I haven't tried it on at all together, so I hope that everything works together. But we're gonna make do. And I want the time that I'm targeting to leave is so that I can take the train. But now that I'm thinking about it, if it's raining, I might end up taking an Uber. But I like to take public transportation to save money, the environment, etc., etc. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna take Rumi out, then eventually come back, take down these rollers, and finish my makeup. Okay, so it's currently 7:37. I need to leave in, honestly, 2 minutes. It was 7:15, maybe 7:16, when I walked back in from my walk with Rumi. She was sniffing every blade of every blade of grass, every square inch of cement. So we were out there for a minute. But I pulled this together in 20 minutes. I'm kind of shocked. So I feel my hair actually looks pretty good. It looks a little different than I thought it would. My grays are getting out of control. And I just did pretty normal makeup routine. And I'm gonna put a lip oil on in the car. And then I have these Bottega dupe earrings on. And then if you've watched any of my vlogs recently, you've probably seen, this is maybe the 4th time in a month this turtleneck has made an appearance. But I'm addicted to it. But I paired it, so here, I'll show you the full look. But I put it with this slip dress. It looks a little less flattering from this angle, but oh well. And these over-the-knee boots. It's kind of hard to tell. Some over-the-knee boots and tights. But like I said, I have to leave. I'm obviously Ubering now, since I said I needed a half hour to take the train. But it'll be fun. I also just don't want to be late. Also, I'm worried, am I overdressed? I don't know if I mentioned this, but I've never met any of these people. I've been doing a lot of random meetups, as you maybe have seen in some of my other vlogs too, with just Facebook meetup groups. So I've never met any of these people. I think some of them, the girl Mona that planned it, has met maybe 1 or 2 of the other girls from the last dinner. She also was anyone interested in going to Tao after to see DJ Pauly D, which that's the most 2011 statement I've ever heard for me personally, because I used to go to Tao in Vegas, I feel but I was I don't know, maybe. So we'll see how the tides turn. but I'm in like not really dressed for Tao, I don't think. Anyway, got a jet, make my way down to Indienne, and I'm really excited for this dinner.
It's a lentil fritter over crispy potato. Okay, and for you have a nice pasta.
A little bit that, like the whole portion. I love the lace around on top. And we should not go with two pieces and we
Okay, so I'll start with jackfruit topped with a potato mousse with an onion tuile. On the side, there's a little caramelized ginger and onion tap. Frizzy belly bach. It's butter poached blue crab over a Oreo rice with butter.
I feel like the shit brands are like, how much sales did you have? 5. They're like, yeah, no.
Well, if you're seeing
Prettier.
yeah, I love that like flower cracker.
Good morning. It's Saturday. I'm out on a little walk with Remy. It's like a little chilly, but also like very foggy. We're having like some pretty dense, or like, yeah, a dense fog advisory is like what it's called. Come on. But so I went to that dinner, as you saw last night. I did the wine pairing along with it. It was so fun. The food was really, really, really good. Like I would definitely go back there. Like I said, it's pricey, but actually like I feel like for everything we got and like the quality of the food, it was well worth it. And everyone, like the group was like very cool. Like I think I said this before I went, none of us really knew each other, and two of the girls knew each other, but otherwise everyone else, that was our first time meeting, but it was like felt like old friends. So yeah, so like I said, all the food is really good. I can't even think of if there was anything that I was like, oh, I'll never have that again, or I would never want that again. The dessert was probably my least favorite course, which if you know me, that's kind of crazy for me to say, but I think it was because it was like not my typical kind of high fructose corn syrup type of desserts, but it was still pretty good. The wines were all good. It was just fun. So I'm glad that I did that. I'm trying to decide what kind of day I want to have today. So obviously it's Saturday. I don't have any concrete plans. I am potentially, so this another meetup group that I'm in, this group of girls was planning to go to drinks tonight, which I said I would, or I said I was down to do at Beatnik in Westtown, but I don't think anyone made a reservation. Like it was kind of like a vague, like, yeah, let's do it at 8. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm down to do that. But no one like followed up with like, okay, reservation and blah, blah's name. And I mean, it's a Saturday night. So TBD, basically what I'm saying is TBD on that. So I kind of want to see where the chat goes today. But otherwise, I mean, I have a ton of laundry I need to fold this morning or today at some point. I kind of want to go to Target because my mom texted me yesterday and was like, have you seen the Black History Month collection at Target? They have some records in it. So then I was like, oh no, I hadn't. So then I was just kind of looking on the app and I think I want to get the TLC Crazy Sexy Cool because it's an anniversary. What anniversary would it be? Like, I don't know, it's the 25th, maybe even older than that 30th. I don't know if it could be that old, maybe. But anyway, it's a crazy anniversary of Crazy Sexy Cool, and there's a Target exclusive, and it's a part of like the Black History Month collection. And it's like a red and a clear vinyl. So like one red vinyl, one clear vinyl. So I might go check that out. I also need to get a couple small groceries. Okay, I want to make this banana oatmeal I've been making for breakfast, and I'm all out of bananas. Come on, Amy. So I need to get some groceries, I think, if I want to make that. But otherwise, might just like kind of chill. So anyway, we'll see where the day goes. That's all for now. So it is somehow suddenly 11:30. I feel like, oh, my glasses are a little dirty. I feel like, as always, like on the weekend, the day is flying by. You see my grays are starting to literally look like tinsel now that all of those highlights are grown out of my hair, and my hair's like back to my natural color. The grays are really graying. But it's 11:30. I still haven't eaten breakfast. I mean, I had coffee, but like I said, I wanted to make that like banana oatmeal brown sugar oatmeal thing. So I haven't gone to Target yet. I think I'm actually about to do that right now. I mean, I just got like kind of partially ready for the day. My hair still like has a decent amount of volume. I mean, it's pretty frizzy, but it's gonna work. I mean, I didn't put any makeup or anything on. I still have some dark spots that I'm trying to like clear up, like with that Topicals Faded serum. I mean, because I had some breakouts, I feel like, around the holidays. And I mean, the breakouts are cleared up, but like the hyperpigmentation is still here. And I think it's also partially because my skin is so like, I look like a ghost, I feel like, right now. Like the flash, or what is it? Flashback, is that what they call it? From the light. My complexion's just, I feel like, very light right now and like lacking a lot of sun. Cause I mean, the sun's out for like 45 seconds a day these days. But we're heading towards spring. So anyway, working on, like I said, trying to work on clearing up that hyperpigmentation. I actually had a facial scheduled for this weekend for tomorrow. Yeah, for Sunday, but I canceled it, or I rescheduled it, I should say, for like in a few more weeks because like just the other day, because I realized that I had it this weekend and I had that dinner yesterday too, which I mean was expensive. It was like over $200, and my facials end up being close to $200 too. So I was like, I don't really need to be spending all that money in one weekend. And other than the hyperpigmentation, my skin's actually, I feel like, looking mostly good or fine for now. So I rescheduled that. But let's see, what have I done this morning? So yeah, I was out on that walk with Rumi. We came back. She's finally like laying down to take a little nap. She's been acting a little crazy the past few days. And I truly don't know where that like hour and a half or 2 hours, yeah, like hour and a half went. So I don't remember if I mentioned this, like when I was talking about the dinner from last night. So I like just put the whole bill on my card, which I know is my like favorite game to do because you get all the points. I mean, it is always risky, especially with people you don't know, because like, what if you never get paid back? But honestly, I almost feel like people that are like new to you, especially I feel like once you get to be a little older, like are almost going to pay you back more immediately than like friends or people that you're comfortable with would. So like we didn't like figure out all the details of the bill last night, because I mean it was like midnight. I'm speaking for myself, I was a little buzzed, and so I like went through the bill today and like broke it out, and so that took me like just a little bit of time. I mean, I put it into a spreadsheet like with a formula, so that took me maybe like 15 minutes to set up, and then I like messaged it like out to everyone, and almost everyone has paid me except for one person so far. So, and I think I'm gonna make earn about 6,000 points from that meal. So excited for that, because I literally just like almost drained my points down to 0 the other day, because I bought my flight to go to Montego Bay, which I know I mentioned in my travel plans video that I'm going on a trip to Montego Bay with my family in March. So it's actually in less than 2 months. I think it's in like 55 days from now. I have a countdown on my countdown app going. So I gotta earn those points back up. Anyway, all that to say, I think I'm gonna head to Target right now, do like a light Target browse. I don't want to spend a lot of time because I am starting to get a little hungry, so I want to like get home to like make something to eat and then continue to see where the rest of the day goes. Also, have not heard from anyone in that group chat about Beatnik tonight, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm back from Target, and as usual, I feel like with Target, I spent more money than I planned on because I just like picking up stuff. So, okay, so I did get the TLC Crazy Sexy Cool album. There were 3 of them left when I checked yesterday. I don't know why I was acting like this was something everybody's running out to buy, but like people should be running out to buy this. But then, and it wasn't in like the Black History Month section. Even though online it said like it was just in like the regular record section. The only things in the Black History Month section there was like a Tina Turner album and then Tyler the Creator, and I'm not really a Tyler the Creator fan. But then up in the album section, it seemed like they had a lot more albums than they like usually do. So I don't know if they had like okay, let me turn down that music. Okay, that's better. So yeah, I don't know if they like are trying to re-up their album game, and I mean most of them were like Target exclusives, like, including this one, because like this repressing is like there's the Target exclusive, and then there's I can't think of what the name of the like vinyl company is, but they did a repressing too, and those are a little harder to find. I did read on Discogs, like 1 or 2 reviewers said that the side A, specifically Creep, sounds a little like staticky, but also I feel like as with everything, some people are way more critical of stuff than other people, I don't even know if I would notice that. And then a lot of other people, like a lot of other review or people commented back and said, this is also what it sounds like on the digital version. So like on Apple Music or the CD. So it's just maybe how it's supposed to sound. But anyway, I'm probably gonna listen to this in a little bit. And then I also got this Marvin Gaye #1's album, another Target exclusive. So this, when I checked the price of it, because it didn't have like a price tag on the, or like it wasn't in a section with a price tag on the shelf. So I just like went on the Apple. I was looking there to check the price. Oh, and it's a translucent purple vinyl. And it said it was $7.74. So I was like, oh yeah, done deal. I'm gonna get this. I did not get that Now album that I showed because like it was like $29, $30, and that's like not necessary. But then when I got to the like self-checkout, this rang up as either $22 or $29.99. I think it was $29.99, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to get this for $29.99. Like, I don't need to spend that much money today. And so I like asked the like the helper to take it off. He was like, you don't want Marvin? And I was like, well, I just thought it was less expensive than it was. And he was like, oh, well, show me the price you saw. And then he updated the price to me for $7.74. Like, hot tip. I didn't know it was that easy to like get a price adjustment. And he was like, oh yeah, just show the price if you see it online at a lower price and we'll match it. So hot tip if anyone else didn't know that. But I got this for $7.74 and then like a lot of random stuff. So I was looking through the Black History Month section. And so, okay, here's my thing about in general, any kind of cultural moment collection at retailers, most of the time it's pretty corny. Like especially Target, I feel like. So I like to get the stuff it's like when they're spotlighting a Black designer instead of like, I don't need like a sweatshirt that says Melanin Queen on it. That's just like not my vibe. No disrespect to anyone that does, but that just feels a little like too, like I don't need like I Have a Dream on like a baseball cap or something. But I did get, so this designer is called House of Amma, and it's a mother and daughter design duo. And I got this silk scarf. I had also picked up a top too, but they didn't even have my size. They had an extra, extra large and a large. I need an extra large, I'm pretty sure. But I had the large in my hand, and then I was like, no, I don't need this. But I literally was just looking on TikTok Shop the other day for silk scarves because I just mentioned I'm going on vacation in March, and I want to get like 1 or 2 silk scarves to wear like on like beach days or whatever. And then just in general to have some more to wear. So I thought this was a really pretty pattern or pretty print. And their whole thing, so House of Amma, like I said, it's a mother-daughter duo out of LA, and House of Amma, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, explores the folkways of the Black experience by designing timeless garments with nostalgic references informed by historical research, family legacy, and storytelling. House of Amma aims to invoke the storyteller within you. So there are a bunch of little like scenes, I guess you could say, of Black people like honestly look like they're on vacation, just like enjoying life. Maybe this is supposed to be like Cuba, like Black Cubans or something. I don't know, but it looks like they're somewhere tropical, having a great time. So excited about this. And then otherwise I got like just little like food. Oh, if you've never had these, do yourself a favor and try them. They're so good. I actually shouldn't have bought them because I'm probably gonna eat them all in like a day. They're just like, I don't know if I've ever tasted a better dessert. Okay, that's dramatic, but like these are good. Yet again, they were doing samples. And look, I think I said I was going here to get stuff to make oatmeal. I did get that, but I got all this other stuff too. Yet again, they were doing samples in the food section. So I just need to know, are other people's Targets also doing samples now? Because I swear every time I go to this Target, weekday, weekend, middle of the day, whatever, they're doing samples. So there are these Ghirardelli, like milk chocolate hearts. Well, they had dark and milk. I tried the milk chocolate. Delicious. Throw them in the bag. Oh, I talked about this in my January favorites video, the Izzy juices. I've said it many times, they're so good. So this is the clementine flavor. So I got these, and then I also got this. I've never seen this before. It was on like an end cap. It's a wellness water. I don't even know what that means, because is water not like good for wellness in general? But it was only $1 or something, and so I just thought I would try it. But it's an infused water, so it has orange and mango, and it says it has 110% of 7 vitamins. I don't really always believe stuff like this. Like, I feel like it's overhyped, but thought I would try it and see like what it tastes like at least. Okay, that's pretty much everything that I got. I am about to have this. I'm not doing the oatmeal, I realize. I just like, I've waited too long, like too late in the day. I'm not in the mood for that. I'm gonna make this chicken chorizo burrito. And this has like 16 grams of protein. And like I said, I feel like it's 1 o'clock now and I haven't eaten yet. So I need to like eat some protein dense stuff today to make sure I like am healthy and feel full. So I'm gonna eat this. And then I also got a Noosa yogurt. So I'm gonna have a little of this too, this raspberry yogurt. So I think I've decided, we'll see by the time I eat this, I'm gonna give myself until 2 o'clock to make a final decision. I think I'm totally out of, even if the group does pull it together and still go to Beatnik for drinks, I'm like, I'm out. I'm tired. And I'm not like, and I'm tired and I don't know if I want to be out 2 nights in a row. And I actually was planning on going to the movies tomorrow. I like already have purchased my ticket. And I think I might actually just go today instead. There's a 5:10 showing that there are seats available for. So again, I said I'll give myself an hour to make a final decision. And then my hair is so frizzy now on this side. It's a little like misty outside. I'm gonna just call and ask if they can swap my ticket over to the 5:10 showing for today instead. So, but first I need to eat some breakfast. Okay, so it's a little bit after 2. It's 2:33 now. I am officially going to the movies. I did call Alamo Drafthouse, swap my ticket to the 5:10 showing. So I'm probably gonna try to leave here in like maybe an hour and a half or so, because I need to stop by the library on my way because I bought a gift card, like an Alamo Drafthouse gift card, because they're having a sale right now where it's like 20% off of gift cards. So I bought, I think, a $75 gift card for $60, and I want to use that for like food that I'm gonna buy. You have to like actually print it off, and I mean, I don't have a printer or anything. And I mean, the library is just a couple blocks from where I live, and I could probably walk from Alamo to there. I don't know if I will do that. I will probably just end up getting on the train. Otherwise, okay, since I was last on, I listened to the TLC album. The crackling is like, I did notice it specifically in Creep, and I feel like I heard it in one other song too, like barely. But again, I don't think I would have even noticed it had I not like read that review and been like thinking about it. I would have just like, it didn't ruin the listening experience. It was perfectly fine. So if anyone is like has read that review, actually I'm gonna go on Discogs, I think, and leave a review just so that like to leave like a real life review, or like to leave just an alternative opinion, because yeah, I thought it sounded totally fine. I only listened to the A and the B side because I got lazy and didn't feel like getting up to put in the second disc, but that album is just so good. I can't believe that it's 30 years old. So I mean, I guess I was 6 years old when it came out, 5 or 6 years old, and I mean, my mom loves TLC, so like this is, I feel like it just feels very nostalgic. This feels like my childhood, and so very 90s obviously too. And like Creep is just such a good song. Waterfall is such a good song. Red Light Special, I mean, I probably shouldn't have been listening to Red Light Special at age 6, but what are the other, I don't think I got to Switch because I think that's on the D side. That's another banger. So that album is just so good and so iconic. So I am glad that I got it. Otherwise, okay, so basically, like I said, I'm gonna try to leave here in about an hour and a half. Before that, I'll need to take Rumi out again too. She is like knocked out here. We've basically just been like laying on the couch this afternoon. But anyway, so I think I'm gonna watch a little YouTube in the meantime, just relax a little bit. And I am glad that I swapped my movie to today, because now I can truly spend like all day tomorrow, like kind of resting, like rejuvenating for like some R&R for like the week. And I mean, I have like laundry I need to put away and stuff like that. So I can, oh, just remembered I wanted to go to the post office today. I've been needing to go to the post office for like a month and I just haven't gone. It's obviously not that urgent, but it's not gonna happen because the post office is about to close in 15 minutes or 20 minutes and I will not be there by then, and then they're closed tomorrow. So another weekend goes by that I didn't go to the post office. I also really need to work out tomorrow, like have to. So, okay, I'm gonna watch a little YouTube, I think watch some travel vlogs, and then go to the movies in a little bit. It's Sunday. It's like literally almost the end of the week. Okay, I shouldn't say that. That's dramatic. The weekend is only half over. Hold on. I'm going to turn down my TV because it feels so loud. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, I mean, it's 10:45. Yeah, 10:45. I slept so long. Last night, I went to sleep probably at like, I don't know, it was maybe like 10 o'clock. I was really, really tired. I don't think I realized like how potentially probably hungover I was from that wine tasting that I did on Friday night. And I like went after I got home from the movies, which I'll talk about the movie in a second. But after I got home from the movies, I kind of like, I took Rumi out for a little bit. And then I just came back inside and I started watching that show. It's new on Amazon Prime. It's called Expat with Nicole Kidman. And I don't really recognize anyone else in it, but it's, I mean, there's only 2 episodes out as of like right now, and I'm filming this like the end of January, and it looks like they come out like once a week. So there'll be another episode next week, and it's a limited series, but it was really good. It was very interesting. I like can't totally figure out what it is like about. Like I can piece together that it's like her child goes missing and she has like obviously has like a tough time with that, but I can't figure out exactly like what the plot of the show is, but it kind of like captivated me. So I watched that for a little bit and then I went to sleep shortly after that. And I woke up, I just like kept sleeping until I was like ready to wake up this morning. And I think it was about 8:45 by the time I finally got up. My Oura ring said I was well rested from last night. I got like a lot of deep sleep. So I feel like very much recharged in comparison to like how I felt yesterday. So that's good. But anyway, today since I've been up this morning, I just took Rumi out on like a walk. We actually went on a pretty long walk and I just made some coffee. I'm actually still like a little bit full, I feel like, from the food that I ate at the movies last night, but I probably will eat a little bit of breakfast in a little bit. But that movie I.S.S. So I can't remember if I said this before I went to the movies yesterday, but it has pretty mixed reviews. So I was kind of on the fence about seeing it, but I wanted to, like from the previews, it looked pretty good. And I will say, like most of the way through, it was a good movie towards the end. And so now I want to read the reviews in a little bit more like in depth. I just didn't really want anything to like spoil anything for myself. But I wonder if like the negative reviews are kind of about how it started to wrap up, because the last like maybe half hour, not even that long, it just got like it took some weird turns. So the short of it is, it's about ISS, International Space Station, which is like the U.S. and Russian government oversee, I guess you could say, the space station. It's actually, like I just read yesterday, being shut down like permanently. I think starting next year in 2025. But it's been up for a while. I want to say like since the 80s, maybe even longer than that. But anyway, the American and Russian crews are on the International Space Station, and then pretty much like World War III breaks out on Earth, and they can kind of like see it starting to happen. Oh, and there's like a new woman that just joined like the day before, of course, like all this happens. She like had just entered into the space station, so she like doesn't exactly know everyone as well as they all know each other. So anyway, World War III breaks out, and they both get orders from like their respective governments to take control of the ISS by any means necessary, whatever that means. And then like all communication shuts out, and that's pretty much like what you know from the previews. So basically from here on, anything I'm going to say is a spoiler. So if you don't want to be spoiled, stop listening, but I'll try to include a timestamp here of like when the spoiler part ends. But anyway, so we kind of are mostly seeing things from like the Americans' point of view. Also, I'll say the casting in this was very interesting. So the commander of the American astronauts, he is, what's the guy's name from the Mindy Project? Like Mindy's husband, or like her main love interest. It's him. And then I didn't really recognize anyone else except for I don't know if he's considered the commander of the Russian team. He is Euron Greyjoy from Game of Thrones. So I've only ever seen him in Game of Thrones, and I kept just being like, this is Euron Greyjoy from Game of Thrones. And I also just recently like did a Game of Thrones rewatch. But anyway, so we're mostly seeing it from the Americans' point of view, and they're like, well, what do we do? Like, we don't, like, they don't, obviously, and then they are thinking like, okay, well, if we got this order, so did the Russians. So they're just like kind of trying to like figure out what their game plan basically is. And so then things like just kind of start to fall apart. So they're thinking like, or the Russians kind of come over and say like something is wrong with the antenna or something of the space station. And so Mindy's husband, the commander, or Mindy's love interest, the commander, he needs to like go out and fix it. And so he's going up by himself, which is like against protocol apparently. But it turns out to all be like a plot to essentially like kill him, that like the two Russian guys kind of like schemed up. He's kind of like gone and essentially floating out in space. So then the other two Americans are like, shoot, what do we do? So then they realize, okay, they are trying to like kill us or something. And while like during this, you can like sometimes there'll be shots of like Earth, and it's literally just like imploding. There's like bombs going off everywhere. So then they kind of are just like battling against each other, like internally. One of the other like the Americans end up killing one of the other Russians, and like it's kind of like a miscommunication type of thing, and they think she's trying to do something that she's like not, and so they like kind of storm in and like attack her, and then she dies. And then that's when things will really start to fall apart, because like, I mean, now they think two people are dead. Cut to the guy, I think Gordon is his name, Mindy's love interest. He's actually just been hanging out on the space station this whole time, like just waiting, I guess, to be like rescued. They like, one of the Russians sees him, and he's like feeling bad for like what they tried to do. So he basically like rescues him, brings him back into the space station. And the other Russian man is like scheming to kill the remaining two Americans, but the Euron Greyjoy, who just rescued Gordon, is like feeling bad about like what they're doing. So Gordon comes in and is like, sees that this guy's trying to like basically attack the Americans, and he realizes like the Russian woman who he was actually in love with is dead. And then I don't know why, but then he starts to attack the other Russian guy. They're like fighting, but also keep in mind this is in space, so they're floating. They're like, they end up stabbing each other, like they're kind of in like a like an attack. This is where I'm like, okay, I see how you could think this movie sucks, because they're fighting, but they're like holding each other and floating in space. They stab each other, like one guy gets stabbed in the neck, one in the abdomen, and then they bleed out, but it's just like little blood particles floating, and then they die, but they're still gripping each other and floating in space. And I was like, okay, like maybe that could happen, but it felt a little, I was like, first of all, why did that even happen? And then secondly, what? So then from there, like eventually like one of the other Americans die, and at the end it's like the one American woman, like the new one that had just joined, and Euron Greyjoy, and they're like decided they're leaving the space station, they're going back to Earth, but like both of their but like by now like the communications have just come back on from like their space centers, or their like, what are they called? Like they're like Cape Canaveral in Florida, and then whatever the one is in Russia, like their central communications or whatever come back on, and they're like, did you complete your mission? Like blah blah blah. Who are we talking to? We only want like, and we can again mostly, I can only understand obviously what the Americans are saying. You're hearing the Russian communications too, but they're like, we are trying to only speak with Americans. We only are bringing Americans back to Earth. But they get back in like the little like shuttle that takes you back to Earth, and Euron Greyjoy goes, Kira, where are we going? And she says, I don't know. And then fade to black, and that's the end of the movie. So like I said, I really liked it up until the ending. I mean, I guess I would give it maybe like a 3 out of 5, because I didn't hate it, but it just like the ending felt, I was like, okay, what happened? Like, why did all this stuff start happening like this? It was a fun movie. I mean, it was like a fine time to go like watch a movie. I enjoyed it. The food that I had was really good. But I understand like the criticism now of the movie, because I thought maybe people were just being haters. Anyway, today, I'm hoping this is going to be like a chill and productive day. I have like some laundry I need to put away. So I have this like volunteer project that I started in November, I think, maybe even October, and I still haven't finished. I kind of want to try to finish it today if I can. I didn't go to the post office yesterday, so I mean, it's Sunday, I can't go today, but I want to finish prepping those packages that I want to send out, like organizing my stuff so then I can just go on Monday, like no questions asked, or maybe Tuesday. And otherwise, like lounge a little bit. Like I think I'm gonna, right now, I'm gonna make some coffee and then either watch some YouTube. So I'm going to Stockholm in May, and me and my friend Sam, who I went to Paris with, we planned this a long time ago, or like in October, basically. Like, well, that's when I booked everything. I think she booked her stuff a little earlier. And now it's like only a few months. It's like 3 months away, basically. So I'm like, oh, I need to like actually figure out like what we want to do there. So I'm either gonna watch some vlogs, some Stockholm vlogs, or watch this show on Netflix, Griselda, the one with Sofia Vergara, and then maybe lounge for just like a little bit. So that's all I got so far for today. We'll see where the day takes us. very much slipping away. It's already 4 o'clock, which is kind of shocking, but I mean, I guess it is how time works. So since I was last on, I finally put away all those clothes from doing laundry. That was like probably, I don't know, it was at least 3 weeks worth of laundry because I went out of town like 2 weeks ago, the week of Martin Luther King weekend, and I should have done laundry before then. And so then I had all the laundry from vacation and then since then too. And I like, you know when you like have something to do and you just, I'm speaking for myself, and I just kept putting it off because it felt like such a daunting task. And then I did that and it like took no time. And then when I looked at the time lapse on my camera, that took me like 17 minutes total. So like that's not that long to like put away, like fold and put away all that laundry. So I should have just done it days ago. But anyway, it's done. I took Rumi on a walk. Oh, and then while I was folding my laundry, I put on that Marvin Gaye #1's album. I forgot that some of these songs were Marvin Gaye songs. And they're just also like kept reminding me of like so many movies that these songs are featured in. And like my grandpa, my mom's dad, he loved Marvin Gaye. Well, really any Motown artist, but especially Marvin Gaye. And so like it also reminded me a lot of him. But this song has so many bangers on it. So like Let's Get It On, Gotta Give It Up, Sexual Healing, What's Going On, which then reminded me of, remember when all those artists got together in the 2000s? Was it after 9/11 and did that What's Going On like remake? That like I was just thinking about, I was like, that was actually really dramatic that they did that. But then Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing. I Heard It Through the Grapevine, Mercy Mercy Me, You're All I Need to Get By. Like just so many good songs. So I am glad that I got that. But what I think I'm gonna do now, I don't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but I need to work out. I mean, in general, I've been trying to get into a workout routine, but I'm running a half marathon in less than a month now. I'm definitely not going to be trained. Like I have not been training really at all. We'll say I had a couple weeks where I was kind of running, jogging on the treadmill, jog walking for a couple days a week pretty consistently. I've since fallen off. But my goal for the next month is to do like strength training and then still just like some jogging. I mean, it's going to be a fun half marathon. It's at Disney World, so it's not like anything deep. I have run a couple other half marathons before. The last half marathon I did last year, I was in way worse shape. And I've had since then lost about 20 pounds. So at least I'll be a little lighter than I was then. But I walked probably like 80% of it and I still finished it. And I've run a full marathon before. So like I know my body is capable of doing these things. I just have not been training. So I think what I'm about to do now is do a Peloton strength training workout and then like a 20-minute stretch. And then at least like 3 days this week, I'm going to plan on like jogging on the treadmill. We'll see. But I'm running with my friend Leah and she also has we've been doing about the same amount of training. So we'll be in like the same type of shape. Well, she might be in better shape than me, but okay, that's what I'm going to do. And then I think honestly, like by then it'll be time, I feel like, to start like winding down and get ready for the work week. But okay, I need to just like focus, change my clothes, do this workout and commit to it.
What's up, Peloton? Adrian Williams here. We have that math classic right here. From this position, walk reverse.
Okay, so workout is complete. Oh my God, look at how like for lack of a better word, fair skin I look in this lighting. I gotta get some sunlight. I'm about 5 shades lighter, I feel like, than normal. But it's actually kind of freaking me out a little bit. It looks like I've like been bleaching my skin, which I have not. But anyway, workout is complete. I am glad I did that. It's obviously always like very like, okay, I'm speaking for myself, but like tough to get motivated, but once you do it, it's good. And I'm trying to get back on like into a good workout routine, which if you've been watching my channel for the past year, you've heard me say that probably 70,000 times, but I have been a little bit better about it recently than like I was last year. I was like really struggling last year. But I feel like I'm doing a little bit better this year. So I did a 20-minute full body strength training with Adrian Williams. I love Adrian, like on Peloton. He's really like funny and like very easygoing. He's also like really good looking. Unfortunately, he is married, has a husband, so, but still. It was a Monica versus Brandy or Monica and Brandy versus type of track list. So obviously like the music makes workouts like a little bit easier to do. And then I did a 20-minute full body stretch also with Adrian Williams. So I do feel like my body is feeling a little sore. I'm glad I did that stretch at the end, or else I will definitely be feeling this tomorrow. But I think I'm actually gonna end the vlog here. I'm gonna eat dinner. I don't know what I want to eat. I'm actually like considering ordering Wingstop, which like I have not had in a minute, so it sounds good. I probably haven't had it since like last year, without being dramatic, since it's only January, but I'm gonna do that. And then basically like get ready for the week. Like take a shower, wind down, maybe watch some TV. But if you've made it this long in the video, thank you for watching, spending my weekend with me. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, throw a like on this video, comment, all of the above. But most importantly, subscribe so that you can see more content from me coming up soon. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.